Alright, hello YouTube, JC Sim Game here. We're gonna be going into American Truck Sim today. Just gonna probably take a short little load today, nothing too big. I'll just do a quick little trip here. And just got some stuff that just want to go over with you guys. Some changes and stuff that's on the channel. Some of y'all probably have noted, or probably none of y'all actually really know this, but me and Marshall had it out again today, or had it out again, and I am no longer part of Rockville Department of Justice roleplay. So, now, with that being said, there's
time to get the job done.
The main premise of the channel was honestly never really going to be 5M content. The main premise of the channel is, as my name suggests, for JC Sim Gaming. It's simulator games, so farming sim, ATS like this. That's the main thing that we're doing. That's kind of where we want to focus on all of our stuff on. So we're gonna just primarily focus on all this. Me and Ace, we're still gaming together. Me and him are currently actually trying to figure out a new server that we can be in together, where it's just both of us. Where it's both of us, where we can RP. Ace right now is gonna stay in Rockville, which more power to him. Honestly, he enjoys it, so I'm not gonna tell him no, he can't be in it. That's his discretion. He can be where he wants to be. If he wants to be in Rockville, he can be in Rockville. That's how that's always gonna be. Me, I've got another server that I'm going to be in, that I'm currently in. It's called Bayline Roleplay. I'm in their media team lead on that. I'm probably going to end up bringing just some minor stuff to the channel with it comes down to it. For them right now, they are in the process of rebranding. So right now they are a Florida-based server, but they're going to be rebranding into an Arizona server. I talked with the owner. The owner said probably 2 to 4 weeks. It's just going to kind of depend on the situation that they have going on. And once they get it fully rebranded, I'm going to really be hitting it hard with it. There's going to be a new series to the channel. It's going to be basically a day in the life of a patrol officer for probably start off with the county, just because I'm one of those, I prefer county, and kind of go from there. But yeah, Ace doesn't want to join it. This server, Bayline, they just incorporated ERS, Emergency Response Simulator, into the community just to kind of help make it be a little more active, because recently the community hasn't really been super active, which unfortunately that's the case with a lot of communities right now, is they're not active. I think it's just kind of one of those ebb and flows. With it comes down to 5M. 5M, it's been around for quite a few years, so, and honestly it's about at its end with GTA 6 that's supposed to be getting released hopefully near the future. How long that's going to take to get GTA 6 out, honestly I don't know. For me, it's going to be a little bit before I'm able to get GTA 6, just for financial reasons and stuff. But I will eventually get GTA 6. It's just a matter of me being able to do it. But we're going to be heavily focusing on the whole premise of the channel, which is the simulator games, on my farming sim series right now. That I was looking at it earlier today on my YouTube. Farming sim, my latest series with farming sim has actually had more views on it than any of my Rockville Department of Justice roleplay. So there's a lot there with when it comes down to the simulator like farming sim or ATS. There's a lot of y'all that view that. So that's where I'm going to primarily focus in on a lot for at least the next month. So, but yeah, me and Marshall, we had a disagreement. Basically, in short, he messaged me the other day saying that, hey, head admin's going to be bringing in someone from the outside to media. And I legitimately asked a very reasonable question of, can you send me a link to the person, their TikTok account, so that way I can look? And he caught an attitude with me and said that the HA doesn't need my approval and stuff for someone to come in. And I ended up telling him I didn't say one way or another. I just wanted to see who he was bringing in. I already knew that that's not a thing when it comes down to HA. It's just how he chooses to run his community. And more power to him. He can run the community how he wants. And I have no say in it. And even when I was a direct part of the head admin team, I really didn't have a say in much. And that's one of the things that was always a sore spot between me and Marshall. Is that he has members that are his head admin, his senior staff, and stuff, but you can't do anything. He doesn't allow you to really do anything. And if he doesn't, or if it's not what he likes, he gets mad at you. There was an episode that I was recording, or trying to record for Rockville, and I was driving down Route 68, and one of the newer members, I think it was actually the newest member, was driving 100-something miles an hour down Route 68 without his lights on for no reason. I stopped, I talked to him, and told him, hey, don't be doing that. Told Marshall. Marshall decided that was the wrong thing for me to do. Says that I should have went to his supervisor and then let Marshall know. Now, mind you, that being Fort Mary 1, that is a senior admin within the community, so a supervisor within the community. But I don't have the ability of talking to or correcting community issues within the community, like a member that is plainly breaking LEOSB and community server rules. And I can't talk to them, punish them, any of that, because they're not part of my department. And I tried to talk to him about that, and he was just giving me attitude about it, and I said, forget it, whatever. It's chalked it up to Marshall. And this meeting, I was doing 3 over cop. But yeah, I chalked that up to being Marshall, whatever. Let it go. And then a couple weeks later, he gets mad, and yeah, and then me and him go at odds, and he ended up telling me that if I posted anything about him or DOJ, he would go after me with legal consequences. Rockville Department of Justice doesn't even have an LLC, so he was trying to go all big and bad, trying to use legal against me to try to as a scare tactic to me, and it didn't end in his favor, because I straight up told him that all contact between me and him will cease, and if he continues, that I would then pursue legal ramifications on him. And at that point, that's when he responded and said, at this point, head admin will consider that your resignation. And I was terminated and banned permanently from his community. And that's how Marshall is. You do something that he doesn't like, he bans you. Jason, Adam 03 of the community, was defending me, saying that it was a reasonable question for me to ask for a link. Because he was defending me, Jason got terminated and permanently banned. That's just the insides of how Rockville Department of Justice is. And it's unfortunate that that's how it is, because Rockville Department of Justice could be a very good community if it was ran properly. But unfortunately, with Marshall, it's his way. It becomes a his way or the highway kind of situations, and it always ends up the same way. That's the third or fourth time that situation has happened with me and him. Me and him have argued and fought, and I've either resigned or got terminated, or asked to resign. And that's what ends up happening. I was talking to Ace earlier, and Ace had told me that since I got terminated and banned, there has not been a RP in Rockville Department of Justice. Which goes back to the exact reason why Marshall had me come back, begged me to come back, was because there was no RP going on. I was one of the active members within the community. I was one of them that helped keep the community going, helped get everyone going. Made it where there was an RP, and a month of me being back, and we go into this, him start something with me, and I end up terminated. Now, one big thing that did stand out to me in a conversation with Marshall was that he didn't directly tell me, but he was upset because I decided that I want to be the media lead for Bayline. And I told him that while I was there, I was focusing more on Rockville Department of Justice. Focusing more on them to help that community. But that didn't matter to him. What mattered to him was that apparently me being in a different community. That's another thing about Marshall is he says that he has no issues with you being in another community, but he does. If you are not active 5 out of 7 days on his server, but you're active 2 days out of the week on another server, that's too much for him, and he will try to push you to get you either more active and threaten you with termination, demote you, do all these other things in his power to try to get you onto his server. You could be active on his server for 3 days, active on this other server for 2 days, and he would still get mad. So, but that's, again, Marshall. And this is in no way me trying to bash Marshall, trying to demoralize him or degrade him. It's not. When he's not focusing on his server, he's actually really chill. He's really good. When playing Ready or Not or Call of Duty, he is good. He's kind and caring. But if it comes down to his server, he gets all up in arms at people and is not really treating them fairly. So, but again, Rockville Department of Justice, it's not going to be a thing anymore. And this time, I'm sticking to my guns. It will never come back. And in fact, I have Marshall blocked. He cannot contact me, and I won't contact him. It will just never happen. He burned a bridge. He burned the bridge completely down to the ground by threatening legal action against me. And that's not something you do, especially if we're quote unquote friends. Whether it's online friends or not, it doesn't matter. You don't do something like that to someone, especially over a video game community. You don't threaten to try to ruin someone by going after them legally. That is just beyond me with that. It's a video game, honestly. So go after someone legally over a video game. Come on. That is a very childish thing to do. But that's enough with that now. So major channel updates that are coming. I do have a couple other new games. I got SnowRunner that I have downloaded. I started playing that. Marshall kind of got me into that. So that'll be coming to the channel as another simulator game. ATS is obviously going to stay. Farming Sim, I'm going to get that next episode done. I'm going to try to get the rest of the recording that I need for it done, and so that way I can have it pushed out this week. And go from there. Now, as far as 5M content, I honestly don't know when the next time I'm going to have 5M content coming out. I'm going to try to have it be Bayline, but I can't guarantee that I'm going to have Bayline. It just kind of depend on how active their server is, because sometimes their server is not super active. I am working on trying to get into a couple other communities. There's one that's called Flashover or something like that. It's primarily a fire EMS. It's a civilian roleplay server that I'm going to try to get part of. Try to get part of their media department with that. Be able to showcase media. There's another one that's a Texas-based server that I'm trying to join. If that one doesn't work out, Ace has another one that he told me about, and I might go join that one. It's just that one, the requirements for it is quite a bit to be able to complete. So like their training, their ride-alongs stuff, it takes a while. Ace was telling me that for each department, it's 3 45-minute ride-alongs that you have to do. So for 3 LEO departments, that's almost 9 hours, or just under 9 hours. And that's a lot of time before you can even really go active and record. And then that doesn't include their fire and EMS departments. And that's going to be one thing that I'm going to start trying to incorporate. That's kind of why I have the fire server that I'm trying to get into, is so that way I can try to have some new content, some different content other than LEO content or civilian content. I try to be well-rounded in my content. One other update is that a month or two ago, the Department of Justice roleplay, DOJRP, they gave me an appealable ban on their server because they claim that I stole assets and was using assets for personal gain. I have appealed that ban because, one, I don't know how or where, and I have ideas about where it's stemming from, but I'm not really going to disclose that I'm not going to disclose that. That's something on the inside that I just won't reveal. What I will reveal, though, is that if I can get in with them and I can get past the probationary period and stuff like that, and they open up the media applications, I'm going to try to apply for their media department as well. So that way I can start getting recordings and live streams and stuff from their department, from their community. Their community is always a big community, and it's a nice. They're very nice. I know a bunch of y'all probably have watched videos from DOJ, whether it be back when Polecat owned it, or back when Polecat owned it, and Jeff Fabiano and Bay Area Bugs were all part of that community, to how it is now where Darian owns it, and when Darian records or does his live streams. So it's just a matter of being able to be part of finding a good community that's active. That's the hard part about 5M. So we're about 3-ish hours from where we're dropping this load off at. One thing that is going to also be coming, hopefully, in the near future is that Ace has Farming Sim 25 too. So me and him are planning, or try to start a series with Farming Sim. It's going to be primarily Ace. That's going to be the main issue of that series. He's not really too into Farming Sim. He finds it kind of boring, but that's okay. But me and him can get, or try to get him in. He was having issues with it earlier, or else we would have been recording it. But we're gonna try to get a Farming Sim series going for us. He does have ATS, so I might have him get the mods that I have in, so that way me and him can also do convoys together. Jason, me and him still talk. Me and him might do live streams or something like that for Euro Truck Simulator, because he does ETS. He prefers ETS, so for me and him, I will end up re-downloading ETS. I think Charlie, he also has ETS, so we might also the three of us might get in and do a recording. Ready or not, me, Jason, Ace, Charlie, all of us will be able to get in, do Ready or Not. Again, hopefully at some point. We just have to get the time where all of us are on together to be able to do it. And that's kind of the hard part. Ace is also working with someone trying to get a server built. It's going to be a very quick, down and dirty, basic server, I think, from what he's been explaining to me. It's just a matter of that happening. Me, Charlie, and Jason, and Ace, we're all working on possibly a server that we're working on. It's just, we just got to kind of
and then continue straight.
Get it all together, and that's the hard part. Go, dude, go. Come on. Dude. Of course, he would wait until I start taking off to go. Alright. Let's go. just over 2 hours left till we get to where we can drop off this load. I think once we get there, we're just gonna do a quick down and dirty. Where do they want it? Drop it, and call it an episode. The primary reason for this episode was just to kind of explain what's going on with the channel and the Rockville Department of Justice nonsense that was going on. Because I don't want to leave my viewers kind of hang. I don't want to leave you guys hanging. I know that if I don't put out this video quick and y'all don't start seeing, y'all see that there's a lack of 5M, that y'all are gonna start wondering about it. And I don't want y'all to wonder or worry about it. And we are coming up into the summer where with my job that I have, I don't normally work over the summers. I will end up getting a part-time job over the summer just to kind of help with some bills. But the summer is when I have most of my free time, so June, July, and August is kind of hit or miss. It just kind of depends on what's going on. So, come next month, my content will probably end up picking up quite a bit for whether it be 5M content or just regular generic content. I plan on trying to bring as much content as I can through the summer months, try to get stuff set up so that way I don't have to worry about a lot of recording. So that way, in case I have something like what happened with me and Marshall again happen, I don't have to worry about jumping through hoops trying to make content. I kind of make it a video that I was not planning on having to make.
Go straight.
Sorry, guys. I'm actually not paying attention to what I'm doing driving. I've got the Discord notification going off as well. Just kind of.
Stay right, and then exit right. Exit right. Go straight, and then stay left. Stay left, and then turn left. Turn left.
Okay. Making a left-hand turn to another red light, like always, because you know. Alright, let's keep going here because we got to get up here. We're almost to our load destination here. It's up here on our left.
Stay left.
It's this entry right here.
It's all over now.
Up here. Do this. In a hurry. Where do y'all need it? Okay. Yep. Thank you. Awesome. Excellent. $11,361. So, let's see here. We've got one skill point. Let's do high value. Yes. They changed that up. Cool. All right. So, everyone, we've got $77,773 to our name in our company here. So we're going to keep going on that as time progresses. Like I said, this was just pretty much a channel update of what's going on. And we will keep going on all of our nice, wonderful fun with this series is going to continue. I'm going to try to get a lot more episodes going. We're going to try to really build this company up. We're going to do a lot of recruitment agencies. We're going to try to get some trucks going so that way I can get some more trucks on the road and kind of make this company blossom to what it should be. But until the next time,